but these are the general rule sets for this stream. Pretty much doing 4 runs. If I lose 1 run, well, I'll think of what the Batsu is. It's gonna do with Yumiko, and definitely doing runs, but just to get you into what we're trying to do. Yeah, Katak, Thotu, Ath, Goizo. It says quick play there, but that's mainly me randomizing things as much as possible, aside from just picking Yumiko and quick play. And for funsies, we'll also include all perks character exclusive perks, because that will actually make things harder for Yumiko, in my opinion. But, I mean, it depends on your RNG, really, so as we're doing, and we're on version 1.01, because otherwise the forest may or may not be good. So, just making sure I don't have any custom events or mysteries, but mainly events. We'll hit quick play just to randomize things. I should probably write things down as well. So, yeah, aside from the old god and the character, we do want to note any of the backstory, whether or not we're on all perk cards or character perk cards, which we're on all, and then random item stats, because that also can change Yumiko a fair bit. And yes, this stream is also another reason for me to just play more Yumiko, because Yumiko is usually not available in quick play, so yeah. So that being said, let me check things for a moment, because I got scared that I didn't do a thing, but hopefully everything's okay. If my audio's too low or too loud, this is your occasional reminder to let me know, because I just realized that I may have to do a thing. So, OBS is going to do a thing, but this is the start of the stream, so it shouldn't really matter as much. We're about to find out, and yes, it is, but for the moment, let's just see, because I'm going to look at OBS, and let me see here. Okay, yeah, we should be good, and we will move on. So, medical history, random item stats, all perks, and then immediately into whatever the god is on the left, which is Katak. I was going to call them like the base vanilla gods, but 1.0 adds pretty much only 1 at the very beginning anyway, so as we get into our Katak medical history, all perks, random item Yumiko run. To review Yumiko a bit, just in case anything's changed from what I've said, and you can compare this with, you know, other times I'm playing Yumiko. Maybe I say something different, maybe not. But if nothing else, it carries my current opinion on Yumiko at this point in time when I'm recording and or streaming. I swear I'm not recording, I'm streaming. But Takshisan, knowledge, charisma, strength, second encounter, dexterity. Maybe it's every single stat check, but you're really mainly looking for strength. Yumiko is probably not going to get anything else to 8. Unless you feel like you want to play with a different weapon or something, but usually that's not the case. But with random item stats, that can be the case, because this changes somewhat. And yeah, with that, so we need, with this base speed, we need at least 8 strength to prep attack. We can still prep strong, but that's not a great consolation prize. I think the chance to hit may be higher here, but I mean, to even justify that, I think you would actually need a damage increase, but maybe I'm wrong. Also forgot to use library notes because I didn't think I'd check afterward, but yeah, this is already looking like a bad run. We'll look at the mysteries and see what we can do. Flood, arms, scissors, nails, and ward. So, a bunch of pain. I might just die immediately, I guess. Katak problems? Oh my goodness gracious. We can take scissors if I really want to. Flood is definitely going to be third. We can run from ward and nails. So flood and scissors means our doom is going to be relatively low. I'm still going to take scissors first. And if we get the cursed scissors, I guess we're going to try and play with the cursed scissors, which we seem to be on. So, or we definitely are on, because we're on timeline A. And away we go. So let me know if you have any questions. Anyone watching at this current moment has any questions, because boy, I will do my best to try to give my best advice as I deal with the shenanigans in front of me. Keeping in mind that we do have Katak, so I do have to fight everything that I run into. I can't just run away, which is what I really would have liked to do, but yeah, that's not going to happen, so... Or never mind. What? Really? Why do we get this again? Am I going crazy? 82 speed. 82.15. Why are we so much faster? Why are we faster? I don't know actually why we're able to prep attack here. Oh no, because we equipped the rock ring for the moment. No, that doesn't matter. Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy. Anyway, well, I mean, I'll take it because the game says so. Even though I really shouldn't be able to do this. The game must be freaking out, but regardless, well, that does help me out immensely. I forgot to remove the discharge summary. That's fine for the moment. Because without that, I would not get out of here with more stamina. Now, that being said, Medical history can still turn things around, and the fact that I'm in Katak is going to hurt me a whole bunch, but maybe everything will be okay. Since we're swapping out the Lucky Bat for the Cursed Scissors anyway, we are going to be throwing both bats at the Scissor Lady. I just don't want to run into any other encounters, although it depends on what events I run into as well. Like, if I fail this and lose more reason, I'm going to be immensely sad. Is Abolish better for me here? 3 stamina to set my... Maybe. I need to do some math. I actually need to stop and do some math. Yeah, hold on, I'm coming. I just gotta do math. So... yeah, if I cast this twice, it's not going to grant me too much of an advantage. And I think, funny enough, I take -5 all, even if I use Abolish, because of how the modifiers work. I've never tried that before. Oh, also, just really quickly, because I was testing stuff that was uploaded to the workshop. Turns out, when your power level's too high and your accuracy is negative, what Prepare Your Attack seems to actually do is increase your accuracy by 100%, which is not a catch-all, because if an enemy, while realistically and balance-wise speaking, enemies don't have more than like 60-70 power, which means your accuracy should always be at 0 or positive level. It is possible to make an enemy that has such a high power value that your accuracy goes negative. And what happens there is that when I did prep attack, I missed both hits. But I started hitting some, but that's why if I were to correct myself in my battle tutorial video, Prepare Your Attack actually increases your accuracy by 100%. But it actually needs to set your accuracy to 100% so that what it's being said here, the next attack is guaranteed to hit, is actually 100% accurate. Because otherwise, it is not if your accuracy is at negative value. Or it's possible to miss with the Prepare Attack action if your chance to hit is lower than 0. Because I think what Prepare Your Attack is actually doing underneath the hood of code is that it's increasing your accuracy by 100%. Which... yeah, means that you can still miss. So, theoretically speaking. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to do this? Go down to 3 reasons. So maybe I do want to cast Abolish. I'm going to cast Abolish once. So as long as the Scissor Lady does not raise her scissors, we should be relatively okay. Unless something really, really strange happens right here. But otherwise, yeah, in the interest of trying to not die more than HP, let's do this. So I didn't even need to throw any of my bats. That being said, we're very hurt right now. But hopefully, the Doom management we have during this run is going to make up for it. I will still take nails first, but we can swap to the Cursed Scissors. I think it's doing less damage right now, but... I think this still does more damage if I prep strong with swing and hit than with the Lucky Bat if I prep strong. Because, yeah, this would do 14, and Lucky Bat would do 12. Now, the difference here is that I can brace with the Lucky Bat, but we're already somewhat committed. So let's do some rest while we have the Doom to do so. We'll do 3. And then we will Police Station, because things... we have Ward. Do we have Vigil as well? Why am I forgetting this? I feel like we had something else. So I'm going to set the police station patrols to downtown and move on with life. But yes, otherwise we're trying to survive 4 runs here. That's the overall arching goal of this arc, Yumiko arc this day. And hopefully I survive. If I don't, sadness occurs. But with this run specifically, I shouldn't die. Even with Katak, if I can't run from encounters, unless I run into, like, Rumu Ghost, Double Nurses, and somehow Holrin thing back-to-back. Because that would actually still do more damage. Now that we know that we're in Ward, I might actually take Fast Hands for the purpose of grabbing more stuff. But we're still going to do a thing, because yeah, since we're on all perks, we can't get swing and hit. New characters' perks often aren't included in the all perk rotation for whatever reason. Yeah, Necronomicon pages kind of make sense, and Ayaka perks I can kind of understand as well, but everyone else, I don't, yeah, anywho. So yeah, unfortunately I don't get to two-shot my encounters. Well, I get bonus damage here, never mind, I lied. I lied to myself. We still want the rock ring on us, so we're just going to keep moving on. Yeah, we are in nails. I can theoretically do another thing as well. I can handcuff the boss of Ward, but I'll see if I really want to do that. So let's not assume that we immediately get to one-shot this guy. Oh, we don't even get to do that. 85% to do 18 damage with 9 HP left, and then I do a bunch of weird stuff, and it's not enough. So, can't even do a regular attack. That's on me to figure out. What I can do is take 3 stamina damage to the face, which I guess I might as well do, while trading 2 reason for 1 stamina so I can survive long enough. Please? Okay. And then we do Desperate. 85%. This is going to be a very fast stream, by the way. I know I said I was going to do the other 3 runs, but in the interest of things, I will do this. So I'm going to do this just in case. We did hit. Just in case, for whatever reason, I did not defeat him with that attack. If I missed, it would have been over, but that's probably the biggest thing I can miss as we move into Flood here. So I would like Swing and Hit, but because we don't get it, I'm going to stick with the Cursed Scissors for the moment. And let's just one-shot this guy. Yeah, let's one-shot this guy. Oh my goodness. I mean, sorry. To double attack boost, strong attack. It's still guaranteed, but boy. Numbers. And we'll move on. Really? I mean, I know I can Desperate Struggle on my way out of these, but 90%. Should I really take another one? I'm gonna take another chance. Okay, good. Could have been very bad at any moment there, but now we're gonna actually rest twice, which we probably can only do twice, because the Theologist is not in the school, so away we go. I would like to survive. We do have to keep the Rock Ring on us, so effectively we have less HP, but I can also... I do have the Abolish spell, so I can decrease the amount of damage I'm taking during the boss, which will be very good. What is this for me? Knowledge? Don't need it. So instead we're gonna go... An extra Researcher would be nice, but let's not... Yeah, let's not harm ourselves too much here. So, Abolishes... One use case here is to do that. And then we kind of just swing for the fences, and by swing I mean just do this for 4 or 5 reasons. We have spells to forget, so that's fine for the moment, but... Yeah, it's a very rare run where you get to use Abolish efficiently. Well, if you have Flood, Abolish is going to give its worth, but as we get injured here because of things... Oh my sweet goodness, well, this one we definitely want to get rid of. Yeah, we still need to get out quickly, because medical history, backstory. That being said, the one thing I would like to keep along with Bath is to not get Fetid Fumes, so that's also my other hope for this run. Even if we have a whole bunch left, Stealth useless, Leadership meh, and so Strength. And into Ward we go. Arms is gonna be terrible if I have a boss, but that's why, yeah, I took Ward first, so we can run into the dullness, possibly. Because I'm pretty sure we have fast hands, right? There's no way I didn't take that perk. Yeah, I did. So, we can throw the lighter damage things at the dullness. But we do want to keep an empty bottle if possible, so we'll store that. But basically, empty bottles and bricks are the nice ones to keep. We'll have a mix, but by doing this, we can kind of siphon out broken bottles and branches, and then use anything else. I think is it the first thing I draw? It is. So at this point we can just kind of sit here for 6 turns, because that should fill up my inventory or storage really quickly. And I'm gonna do everything I can to not get Batsu'd here. I like to stick with just these Yumiko runs. I really don't. In my opinion, Yumiko is not a particularly strong character. She has her moments, but these are not some of those moments. She can really easily be thwarted, if not just in an all-perk run, because Swing and Hit still provides usually more damage value if you're really intent on using the Lucky Bat, then Core Strength, and possibly even Adrenaline Fast Swimmer, but again, it's really hard to... the extra... If it was 1 damage for Swing and Hit when you prepare, plus 1 damage, then sure. But since it's 2, it does it is somewhat competitive, in my opinion, with Adrenaline Fast Swimmer. That being said, I would still take Adrenaline Fast Swimmer over Swing and Hit. The flexibility there is still very much valuable, and you can just switch weapons. Again, what I meant was that if you are dealing with... If you are planning to use the Lucky Bat, then... Hey. Also, did I lose the package? I probably did. Well, I guess we're gonna find out what happens then. Because that curious package disappears into the Aether because my storage is maxed out. So we're taking, quote-unquote, taking all damage. Unless we one-shot here. We can possibly one-shot. What I'm also gonna instead do is brick this encounter because... Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. I should have actually taken out something else, but we'll throw the empty bottle instead and get out. But we still want to take out everything else. So we'll take out bricks for the purposes of doing as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, we don't have any 4 damage throw items, but that's fine for the moment. We get bitten. I don't like that because that puts me within flashbacks range if I don't treat that. So because of that, we are going to treat it. And then we're going to grab painkillers, which goes into nothingness. And lo and behold, we did get adrenaline, so that's going to help somewhat. And then I accidentally did a thing somewhere, but that's fine. We're about to enter our 4th mystery with a thing. What is that? Anatomy class or fast hands? Am I going crazy? I'm going crazy, aren't I? Basically, it's hard for me to die this run. If I die this run, I would have committed a grave error. I can even run from this encounter if I wanted to, but let's find out. So 15 damage, 12. And yeah, we can defeat this encounter. I'd rather hold on to the Doom and heal more, especially if I don't believe in my events, which I don't. Is this a guaranteed one-shot? It is. So I don't even need to throw the empty the broken bottle. Never mind, I lied to myself. I lied to myself really badly. I'm just shaking my head at myself. I can rest this off, but it would have been great to not take that in the face. So, hey. This will help out immensely, but I still didn't need to lose as much HP as I did. Anyway, moving on. So, we'll rest twice to make up for that disaster. And move on. 11 stamina here might be a bit scary, though. I might need to save things for the thing. And reminding myself that we're on Kathak, so... We do have escape issues. But I would rather reduce the amount of all damage I'm taking than the stamina damage from the potential boss. Assuming I even have a boss, but hey, I also didn't need to throw as many items as I did. I'm going crazy already. This is not good. We'll see what happens. But yeah, without further ado, we should be relatively okay, unless my stamina just drops to the floor. We can't run. That's why I'm so sad about what's happening to me right here, but we can still do our best. We can still do our best. I threw the empty bottle, didn't I? Shaking my head in real life. We'll get the expensive one. If we run to out of funds, we'll trade off reason. That's perfectly fine-ish. But I would like to not, if possible. I would like to just succeed in the event and get experience, but instead the game's like, nah, die. Roll an 11, lose 2 reason. Into another encounter. I mean, thankfully it's reason, for better or worse, but I don't want to trade off stamina here, so instead I'm just going to do this. We do get 100%, but for what purpose, really? I know we can get out next turn, and that. Is that just a bunch of max reason? It feels like it is. Nope, it is. Yeah, it is, actually. 1 dexterity and a bunch of hot garbage. So, we do get out, but I really don't want to be on Timeline B right now. I would really like that, if possible. So let's find out. We're on Timeline A, thank goodness, and we have a nice amount of Doom. We don't have Bath, but that doesn't matter, and we should survive no matter what. If we don't, I just get really sad. I did forget what my second encounter was, but we should survive no matter what. If not, I can just do this. So, I know I passed the strength check. That I know for sure. What happens to Takushi-san here? Priceless. In fact, I even handcuff him. So yeah, that's one run down. Or it should be one run down. The run's not over yet, but it's getting real close. Also, don't have a drink with me. But depending on how long this stream is, it'll be fine. I should make it out. I completely forgot, so I'm just gonna do whatever. But I need to not forget, because there will be a run in which I will need to definitely remember for the sake of Doom. It's a matter of practice. So, 7th Curse character exclusive. So, 7th Care, Care again, because character specific perk. And we'll do a Yumiko run. So, into our next Yumiko run. Something I'm just thinking in the back of my mind right now is because, yes, I am taking time away from this, doing work on this channel, like making, for example, Stardew Valley videos and whatnot. But the purpose is to release, work on a game, and even though it's not going to be immediately whole when I release it, as I get into this Atotu 7th Curse character perk Yumiko run, if I release it, I fear people might go, this is what you spent your time on? You took away time from your channel to do this? And I just get sad. But that's on me, obviously. If I put out hot garbage, then it's my job to take care of that garbage. Charisma, knowledge, second, Takushi-san at the end, dexterity. Not what I want to see as Yumiko, but both second checks are theoretically supposed to be gimmies. So we finally have a normal lucky bat. I forgot to check the thing again, so I'm just losing reason here. But a Thotu Flame is not a bad spell. It's just that we're already on a Thotu, but you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world. I see Recluse. Akamanto, Footage Teacher Flood. Oh, my sweet goodness. Well, we can't take Recluse first because Yumiko is in that very special condition where she starts off with Concussion, which lowers her knowledge, which means that I get less damage off Sever on a Ghost for the moment, because it just so happens that we do 3 instead of 4 damage, and that does make the difference. Still, though, I have Flood as well, so we can take Akamanto later if we're going to be doing really well. It's just that we have to take like -4 all damage if I want to do that. I guess we're not going to really be able to brace anyway, so we'll take Teacher first. I plan to go into Recluse next, but it'll depend on my current health state. I usually want to take Recluse before Flood, because after Flood, you're usually hurt on reason somewhat, and it makes no sense to, or it makes less sense to me to take Recluse after that moment, but anything can happen, right? Let me just make sure. Max start level downtown. I have Recluse, Akamanto, Flood. What's our high start level mansion? So I guess it's going to be downtown for the moment. But I'm pretty sure we don't have a lot of mansion investigations. If nothing else. Also, funny enough, we don't want to use the thingamajiggy. I'm thinking of whether or not I want to use invincibility. I don't think I do. Invisibility, sorry. Not invincibility. Those are two separate words. Moving on. We'll see if I can prep attack now, but yeah, unfortunately we happen to have succeeded that check, but we're on 7th Curse, so unless that ally is Hermit, yeah, we're not going to get anything done. Let's also visit the vending machine to grab a pack of cigarettes. I'm going to visit it one more time to try to fish for bricks, but that's not going to happen, so instead what we're going to do is grab another pack. We have Flood, and Akamanto, which is why I don't mind spending all of these things, but we never know, right? So we'll save these cigarettes until pretty much the end of Flood is the plan. But if we have to do it, use them during Recluse, we will. That's just part of what has to happen. And we're not really going to fight anything else in Recluse, so no need to take out the baseball right now. And off we go into this boss fight. We should be able to near enough two-shot this, but again, it depends on RNG, doesn't it? And since I hit that, I can just do this. We'll put the sensor up. And away we go. So, no bracing here, no need to use cigarettes. If you get badly bleeding, though, I mean, we'll deal with it, but yeah, we'll deal with it. We lose 8 Doom for this hot garbage, but Itotu things. Oh, that's right. Because we're on Itotu, we're also taking extra damage from Recluse, so maybe I do want to just take something else. But for the moment, we should be able to still survive. We'll see. Wagwan. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Let's see if we die here. We shouldn't. And if nothing else, we have a Itotu Flame, so that's our one saving grace here if we're going to die. Because I'm pretty sure the roommate here is doing 4 reason damage, which means unless I do 5 damage per attack, I am going to die in 2 to 3 turns. Well, now that I have 9 reason, I have more to work with, but I would have liked swing and hit. The game did not give me it, so away I go. We'll take the stuffed toy, but I don't think I need to use the pack of cigarettes right now. Again, I have Itotu Flame, so I'm feeling a bit more comfortable. We also have Alcamanto later, but that's a different worry. Hello in Jamaican. Oh, good to know. I did not know that. I'm pretty sure I don't know the pronunciation either, but I'm just going to... Maybe it's something I can look up if I remember, because I'm definitely going to forget things as I fight bosses here. So yeah, we do deal only 8 damage, which means Itotu Flame would probably be in my best interest here. Because I know I have enough to... In fact, I probably just want to Itotu Flame until this pretty much dies. Because otherwise I'm taking 4 reason damage, and that's a lot. And away we go. At the same time, we also do want to take Flood as well, so we'll do that in a hot moment. But at the end of Flood is when we should be safe to use both packs of cigarettes. They should last me as much as doesn't matter. So past the boss of Flood and into past Akamanto is what I mean. You don't have swing and hit, so I'm just gonna get really sad, but hey. That's what we do here. We do get a lot of damage, so we'll keep prep attacking. Like a slang phrase. Oh, so a more informal way to say hi, I assume? That's just my assumption. If I were to give an answer. But if not, let me know. The Theologist is in the village. That's fine for now. Again, we are effectively at 30% Doom, so we'll be doing relatively well. I can't get another spell. I guess I'll take Out of Funds. I don't mind. Well, okay, that was definitely worth it. But we'll see. We'll see where else we use it. So, Twisted Doge. But I don't want to immediately start using... I mean, I can. Yeah, I can. So we'll do this twice. And then swing for the fences. Swing twice. Not quite hard, but we'll swing twice. Why am I... Oh, a Itotu. I was like, why am I doing 5 damage per attack? It's because we're on Itotu. Which also now applies to this boss, but as long as I defeat enemy B, we should be relatively fine. So as we enter this boss of Flood, and I forgot to use my cigarettes, that's fine, because... That's actually just fine here, because we're just gonna be doing this, pretty much. We won't lose too much reason. It might be a lot, but we won't lose that much reason. Because we now have the power of both Mind Drain and Itotu Flame, but Itotu Flame first. We'll enter some Mind Drains in between, but Itotu Flame is still going to be the go-to. But also Mind Drain still. And now I think we brace here. Yeah, we brace because we're going to get the Restless bonus. And then we prep attack. Calculated. Like an old god only can be calculated. And then we even do 3 damage on a kick, so yeah, we definitely get out. In fact, I don't think I needed to do that, right? I did 10 damage. I don't know why I thought I was doing 8 damage. I did bad math. It's fine. For now. Until I'm dead, but it's fine for now. Hey, it's the best and probably the only good perk aside from Morbid Inspiration, but the reason why I say Morbid Inspiration may be worse for Yumiko is because that's more perks that Yumiko has to roll on before she can find swing and hit, which is not great. That being said, I could have cast Invisibility here. I guess it's fine for the moment. We take 4 reason damage for this, but 1 we have Mind Drain, and 2 we have Itotu Flame. And really, I want this experience anyway, so it's not a bad idea to fight, but hey. So we should be able to use both cigarettes now anyway, though. If I run out of cigarettes by the end of this run, I will be very sad. I did forget my second encounter, by the way, so that's already bad enough, but let's move on. So hope everyone's doing well this day, this morning, this afternoon, this night, depending on where you live, but boy, am I I'm doing my best to not get a Batsu here. That would allow me more time to work on this channel, but mainly do game dev stuff. I haven't actually been able to do as much character exclusive, or custom character mainly, but custom mystery and content for World of War 2, which does make me sad. I can't fight this encounter, by the way, but instead we're going to do this and move on with life. Yeah, invisibility would be nice to use at certain points, but not in this one. Probably if I had like Vigil, because I would probably run away from the Hole Ridden thing. I almost said Burning Man. Hole Ridden thing and or the Godalners, so those encounters are usually going to do at minimum for reason anyway, so you might as well cast Invisibility and get out for free. And if you're on Ath, then yeah, if you it kind of just speaks for itself. So I should be able to survive this, right? No way I die here. I can even do the thingy-majiggy. So yeah, because we're on a Thotu, we're going to cast his Flame instead. Do we need to do more? I think so, right? No, we have Swing and Hit. And then I can Handcuff. If I want to not use the Handcuffs, sure, but we should be able to do this safely. And get out. Yeah, this is going to be another Yumiko stream, but technically a Batsu. So the Batsu for losing any of my 4 runs here, we're on the second run, is that I have to do some Yumiko things during the week. That's the Batsu. Which, I mean, it technically is because I don't like playing Yumiko. I think Yumiko is one of the weaker, if not weaker, base characters, not including Hayano, so... Anywho. That being said, I still consider every character okay. Like, you can work with every character just by the nature of the game giving you stuff, like Katana, but if we were to look at the characters and compare them with each other, yeah, Yumiko is definitely bottom 3, in my opinion. She has her moments, but bottom 3 still. It just... You're relying on Swing and Hit. You definitely need more than usually 8 damage. You need some advantage other than 8 damage, but 8 damage is the minimum that you want, in my opinion, for any character, really. Unless you're just trying to challenge yourself because you're playing a character that is meant to be challenging, so... Which is what people thought Kana was, until you realize what you could actually do with Kana, so... Fun. You like the hint in Yumiko's back? Yeah, Yumiko's backstory and lore is definitely, like, top 3 or at minimum top 5 in terms of interesting lore. Gameplay-wise, though, boy, is it a struggle to live. In my opinion, again. But it's definitely still an interesting character design. But hey, also, we are now doing like 8 per prep strong. And with this, probably like 10. I mean, I would not like to lose minus 4 all, so we are going to Mind Drain a Thotu Flame here. But this should be a 1 turn, 8, 10, yeah, 18 damage per turn. So in a run like this, it works better. But at the same time, I have a Thotu and Mind Drain to carry me somewhat, so it's not entirely true. So yeah, also my Doom has been shooting up through the roof, amazingly, so... Yeah, it would kind of be... It would be great to get out of this soon. Because I think Takushi-san is also last, and I'm going to run out of cigarettes before the end. Because we just happen to have footage as our last mystery, and I forgot that I usually investigate every single forest. Which is why I do the 2-mansion investigations, but... You know. Yeah, you are not expecting Yumiko's backstory? Yeah, no one was, really. That's something that would have come out of nowhere. Maybe it's inspiration from a Junji Ito story, but nonetheless. I mean, if the general public does not recognize it, then hey. Also, I should have drank this wine bottle before the end. We should still be fine, though. Stamina reason-wise, we should be fine. Takushi-san at the end here. I mean, I think we have... No, we don't. No, we don't. So we're just going to go under the effect of nicotine withdrawal, but... We also have the baseball, just to lower Takushi-san's power, which is going to absolutely guarantee my attacks, but... Hey, I think I took Recluse second, and we should survive no matter what. Takushi-san can probably smack me like twice, and I should be out before that, and I think I actually fought the school twice as well. Nicotine withdrawal, but that doesn't matter. And fun times. So, just to be sure, use the baseball. We could also use we could also stuff toy away. We could have stuffed toy away nicotine withdrawal. But, hey. Would you technically call that a bug? I would call that a bug, but either way, we're stuck here, so... We still do 18 damage per attack, but you know what? We're fine. think that's the 6th floor. Yeah, we have the 6th floor as well, but again, it doesn't matter. So, without further ado, as we nearly die to stamina, though, let's move into our next run. Gonna hit quick play just to randomize things. So, ill-fated... Oop, I missed every single key on the keyboard. Character exclusive perks, but random item stats. And we'll set our next Yumiko run. So nicotine withdrawal is labeled as a curse, and I mean, yeah, I guess I'm also thinking about real life, but by the game's terms, yes, that's correct. It is labeled as a curse, so therefore you can get rid of it. Otherwise, it would have been, because there used to be a thing where you could get rid of Jerry's horror as a thing, and technically, I mean, realistically speaking, it is a curse, but gameplay-wise, you should be able to remove it with curse removal like the old coin or the stuffed toy in this instance. But as we set random item stats to on, we go to ill-fated, and then move on with our life. Yeah, let's do this Ath run. So Ath, ill-fated character exclusive random item Yumiko. I guess this time I'm gonna wait for the bat because apparently it glitched in the first run, but I'll just take it. Second knowledge, second Takshi-san, knowledge, second charisma, maybe strength. We're still building into strength, but let's hold off until we see what mysteries we have and see what our bat's items are, statistics are. That's very good, by the way. So we are building strength. That is a certainty, and I mean, I guess we're taking swift maneuver. I keep forgetting to visit these cupboards, but for better or worse, there's nothing in there this run. We get the rumor, move on. Sailors, coma, bulletin, mermaids, arms. Well, kind of a normal run, but theoretically, yeah, we'll do bulletin, arms, mermaids, and be happy. So knowing that we're pretty much in town for a whole hoopla of time, I did also still forget. Oh, well, we're doing bulletin now, so let's police station the forest. We'll visit the history club once, and yeah, we'll take that. Hopefully I'll remember about it later, and away we go. I should also still take the baseball as well, but forgot about it for the moment, so let's take it now. If for no other reason than to open up funds for 2 Doom, and yeah. Fun. Effectively, we're at 4%. That is all that matters. Also, I forgot I was on ill-fated, so whoopsie doopsie. Pain. But yes, as we continue onward, if I could remember that as now that I remember, the game gives me guaranteed checks, but if I have the choice, I should try to minimize damage. We are on ill-fated. Which, funny enough, usually means you want to fight a lot more often, but since we don't have swing and hit, I would like to not to do that for now. Even though I have an extra point of damage on this baseball bat. Is there anything else I want to do? No, we're in town for every single one of my first 3 mysteries. So I don't necessarily need to do any more preparation for the moment. In my opinion, anyway. There's a whole host of things I can do. I could roll History Club again. I could grab more funds. I can try to grab a brick really quickly from the vending machine, which would help out. 5 damage is a heck of a lot of damage to do for free, but relative freedom, because it costs 1 Doom to enter the vending machine. But anywho, now that we're here, who am I fighting? I have mermaids. I'm not going to do anything to that janitor, though. We have arms as well, I think. In the head. Oh no, I had sailor. Yeah, I have mermaids and something. And then we have sailors last, and then coma 4th. So, I can arrest this encounter if I so choose. Which means I probably want to brace here. I've stopped defeating the mad janitor just because that's a lot of HP to chew through. So yeah, I guess we are going to handcuff this encounter. And then we're going to talk to this computer/bulletin. You're biased because you usually fail skill checks, but you wish ill-fated was just a hefty penalty instead of just you fail all checks. Yeah. In my mind, like theoretically speaking, the game turns into more... There's less RNG, funny enough, involved because you know you're gonna fail. If that makes any sense. I feel like it does, but I think you get what I'm saying. So since you know you're gonna fail, basically you're just weighing the options. And that's all I really need to say. Now, for events where you're forced to make a check, obviously that's completely bad. But again, that does mean that you can guarantee what's going to happen. It's just that it's usually for the worse. Haunting Dreams, funny enough. At least that's how I look at it. We'll take arms now, actually, for the sake of not letting this potential boss have any more HP. We'll grab some more funds here, move on. And let's hope I survive. Yeah, so I fail everything. I'd rather take 3 Doom, funny enough. I might not visit the monument, but we'll do all the management we need to do here. As I continue, yeah, prep attacking. This is actually very good. This is what you usually want to see with Yumiko, although swing and hit would make this a lot better. Swing and hit normally is just, for me, it's there practically to 2-turn enemies, but if you're already 2-turn enemies, theoretically you don't need it. So I'm trying to save on stamina, because if we're on timeline B, we need all the stamina we can get. Therefore, I'm taking reason damage to replace that. But again, we'll see what ultimately happens. So we can immediately desperate struggle against anything we want. If we took funds from Ito-sensei, we would have been able to possibly get a pack of cigarettes, but I think we're fine for the moment. And again, we effectively have 33% Doom because of the gruesome totem, but as we do run into this, yeah, unfortunately we don't get this guaranteed, but it's not like I'm getting prep attack anyway, so I should only lose about, well, we get low enough to do a desperate struggle, that's what I'm trying to say. But since our reason is already at 3, we can do it anyway. Well, if I miss, then I guess we are here for a bit longer, but not really much else I can do about that. I could have also thrown the or used the baseball. Probably should have thought about doing that, but too late now. Too late. Price hike doesn't matter. I'm not really planning to buy anything. Yeah, I'm still gonna heal reason. Enter mermaids here. So, what do we want to do? I feel like there's something I should be doing here for the sake of survivability, but I guess we can keep moving on. There's also painkillers for 2 Doom. That's not a bad idea either, but we'll take the Doom for the moment because we know that Doom... That's not Doom, it's 2 funds, but you get what I mean. Because I don't want it to stay at 0 funds, so I prepare for 2 Doom. Therefore, that event means taking 2 Doom. And losing 2 funds, but still. Funds are not... Are 98% of the time they're negligible, unless you use vending machine, usually. I'm not saying you can't get another item during the run, it's just that you usually don't do that, so... Hey. Oh boy, I'm going crazy. Do I just want to run from this? I can try. At the same time, I could also do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I might miss 1 or 2, but I've already accounted for that, so... If we hit this, we should be okay, yeah. That way we don't have to drop to 3 stamina, I can just drop to 4. We level up again, get nothing... I could heal there, but we shouldn't need the healing at the moment. You don't mind 0 funds, to be honest? Yeah, it's just that when you work the numbers, it kind of makes sense of why you usually don't want to run into out of funds, but I mean, realistically speaking, it does have its use case as well. For example, if you're going to run into the Rumu Ghost in the mansion, you can instead run into out of funds, and if that's the last mansion investigation you do, it provides its worth. But hey. So we get box cutters here, not that we're going to use them. I would like to notice the face, but I guess instead we're going to take burns instead. Well, yeah, it's up to me to pretty much lose this run at this point. If I die during this run, I have made the mistake. So common to sailors, right? Yep. We can equip the box cutters if we want extra damage, kind of. Don't we? Do you have swing and hit? No. I think we still get a bit more damage. So we'll do that. But the moment it breaks, we know we're gonna be tossing it for sailors. You'll decide. You'll did give the police station just to avoid out of funds. Yeah, if you have that too, I mean, it's not as bad. It's just that you're spending experience. You can do that, especially if you're planning to get like a lump sum of experience. That way, you're effectively you are spending less Doom by doing that. But yeah, you are losing experience. Depends on what. Yeah, it depends on what you need. I would like to remind everyone at this moment that, yes, don't let it be said that World of Horror does not allow you to express yourself, at least strategically as a player. But yes, that is a valid option if you want to get a lump sum of funds instead of spending 2 Doom for 1 fund every time. It's something I've thought about, but I normally like leveling up anyway. But to each their own. There are some moments where I possibly should have used the police station instead. But in this case, we don't have swing and hit yet. Really? Glitch Magician twice? I guess we'll just take the Doom in the face. Yeah, we just take the Doom in the face. So another 6 Doom for however many experience we get, but that's the price we pay. We're effectively at 65% Doom, so it's not over yet, or it's not getting too bad yet. It's just kind of bad that this happened. Also, our box cutter happened to not break that whole time. That was very good, but yeah, no reason not to equip this now. We're not going to hit, like, 10 reasons, so hey. Or you could just ignore out of funds, which is what I did until Harbinger came out. And I was just like, nope, not going to do that. Also not going to do this encounter either. So we should be... Oh, no. The Glitch Magician is a general enemy. Which means I can still run to a downtown enemy if I am not on lockout. Which, actually, that's still preferred. Because enemies in downtown probably do more damage. That doesn't depend on Ill-Fated. As it may surprise some people to know, but we'll move on. Blood Moon, definitely gonna prep attack, rep attack. Can I finally get swing and hit, by the way? No? Alright. Die! Possibly. But let's find out. Again, we don't need it. We're getting a lot of damage boosts here, but... Or we have a damage point boost, but... Yeah, so Glitch Magician is special in that it can do that. Because it is an Ath encounter as opposed to a location encounter, so thinking about it logically, it makes sense. That being said, we're going to escape and use the monument instead, just to kind of balance things out. Whether or not we still make it out... Oh, that's right, we're on Sailor, so I should have probably put the police station into the thingy, but it's too late now. Because they're spending just as much Doom as the penalty increase, I think, unless we're visiting it again. But let's throw away this, and possibly even this. And we're on Timeline A, but didn't know that. For the purposes of Doom, I'm gonna do this. But then we're going to rest, question mark? Yes. And then we'll see how much more stamina we need. I'm basically hoping for a lot here. Because we're going to get the Restless bonus, and we do have Morbid Inspiration, so we should be getting some of our reason back at the end of this. That being said, me forgetting my second encounter was not good here. If we have it. Now I'm a bit scared. We'll take Stamina, because Stamina. But yeah, Doom is the only thing I should be worried about, and we do have our second encounter check. Why do I do this to myself? We have Takshisan as well, but as long as we survive those both... Do we have the 6th floor? No. So 5 Doom... 5 Doom, so 95% Doom. And we can let Takshisan smack us once, pretty much. And I think that'll be all we can take. Although just getting this right would help as well. We fought Cult Delinquent first, I think. I must have fought something... I swear I fought something second. I just don't know which it is. Okay, I guess right. It was a 50-50 between the Ghoul and the Junkie. So yeah, Takshisan just pretty much collapses here unless I miss all 3 of these not guaranteed attacks. We hit every single attack, so yeah, that's really good. As it turns out, not bad as Yumiko, or not bad at playing World of Horror still, even though my win rate seems to be like at 33%. But, you know, also I did kind of forget this. We did Arms? No, we did Mermaid second. Nope, I got it wrong. Well, regardless, I normally don't get the second mystery wrong. That's really interesting. But we got one more run to do, and I'll leave it at that. Again, today's, today in the US, it's Sunday, so we don't want to hold you up for too long, I guess. This should still be a 1-hour stream, at least. But as we note, Curious, All Perks, Random Item Stats again. I think it's just because I rate Yumiko. As I move into talking about Yumiko again, in terms of my review of Yumiko, or on a tier list or anything like that, rating, I think it's that I do a vacuum of quick play runs. So when you work on quick play runs, if we assume that the chances are even, right? So you have a 50% chance of getting random item stats, and then you have a 50% chance of getting all perks, which can be good or bad, but if your RNG is bad, like I believe mine is, then I don't particularly like that I'm randomizing things, because if you're not lucky, you get a lot of hoopla, and that's not good. But we'll get into this Goizo run. Curious birthmark, all perks, random item, Yumiko. And what happens. Second strength, charisma, Takushi-san in the middle, and dexterity maybe, but strength is definitely going to be the focus here. And Old Gods, we'll exclude even talking about Zektast and Azul for the moment, because a lot of characters have trouble with those two gods regardless, but as we get an 82 speed weapon, let's find out how good or bad this is. We can finally use the library notes before we bathe. We get Book of Gore, but I think every single run, save for possibly the Thotu run, no, even the Thotu run, we were pretty much carried. I wouldn't say Yumiko did a lot of the heavy lifting. Yumiko's perks are useful, like Morbid Inspiration, as much as I mac on it for taking up a slot for a swing and hit, possibly. It does provide a good amount of reason healing, which is what you definitely need, but we'll enter Vigil first, in the interest of doing things. And on this run, it's going to be Book of Gore, unless I get a Broken Jaw immediately, but that's RNG. Just going in between this and the game, I assume the soccer game. I said football for some reason, but soccer game, or unless it's something else. But yeah, both in the US. You're in the US, and I am also in the US. I don't mind saying that much. Vigil pamphlet, please. Bow clap, bow clap. That is not the ritual. That is just the vigil. And we'll move on. It would be nice to get out of this, though. So is this real? It is real this time. So on my first run, I guess having the Lucky Bat equipped can result in some shenanigans, but I don't know. I don't know about that. What I'm also hoping is that we don't get this vampire doesn't drain too much HP, because I don't think it's guaranteed. Unfortunately, though, I am going to old coin that away, because if we get another brain damage, we're dead. So, bye. Yeah, that's right. I am on Curious Birthmark, so RNG can just end up hurting me anyway. That's 10 max reason. That's fine for now. We thankfully, or unless we miss, we thankfully get out. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but vampires have a proc chance of healing 1 HP, and not just guaranteed. But we'll equip the Meat Cleaver instead, because it does more damage, and I like the Meat Cleaver. Some people don't like the Meat Cleaver, but hey. Oh, not Cricket? Yeah. Cricket? 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 Which pronunciation? Is it Cricket? Is it the former, or is it the latter? Cricket. I'm going crazy. Dexterity, by the way, because stamina. We rolled a 12, so might as well be on ill-fated the whole time. I don't know why I do this to myself. The Lucky Bat is nice for luck, but if you don't believe in it, you don't believe. World Cup, nah, England making dinner. Aww. In any case, though, yeah, sure, we'll give up here to lower doom. It's been a while since I have been at negative doom at near the end of my mystery 1, especially a mystery that is long like Vigil, but we'll deal with it because Frostbite. And then we do this. But yeah, unless I get really good, unless I can 2-turn most enemies, Curious Birthmark can be a very dangerous backstory to play on, and by extension, medical history in injury form. But it depends. I have not actually worked out the numbers in terms of how bad it is for injuries as opposed to curses, or what specifically you lose more for curses than you do on injuries, but I guess I don't really care as much. We have Ward in Tacoma, by the way, so let's keep that in mind as we visit the police station here. No threat level hospital. Max Forest, Max School. And I forgot the other two mysteries. All I remember is that we have Coleman Ward. We are in Nails now, so that's going to be hospital investigations. I guess we have some school investigations, so we'll set the patrols to the school for the moment. But we do have Ward, so let's actually do some Ward stuff. So, things. I'll even sell the library notes, just in case this hospital pass is 3 funds, which it is. And away we go. The one where I pronounce the T at the end, cricket, like insect. Insect. In English or American English is a strange thing. I do recognize as I study Japanese, but it applies to other, because a lot of other languages around the world are also intonation based, and by that I mean the intonation of your speech or saying, I'm looking for a word. Alert or alert intonation, things like that can mean different things in different language. What looks like the same word to an American English speaking person. I'm gonna say American English because I feel there's a difference between that and, European types of English. Let's just say it outright. And I'll admit, American English is weird because you can say the same thing and it can mean different things, but the intonation doesn't really mean as much in America, as opposed to, say, I do need to focus a bit because I am kind of dying here. We're on Goizo, shouldn't have rested, but we'll rest once. But yes, in other languages, if your intonation is wrong, like for example in my native tongue, when I was a child, I wanted to say that, when certain children, when I was growing up, we said, I still have frostbite, whoops. But you said things like, I love my dad, I love my mom. And I wanted to say I love my mom, but instead I said like my mom is burning in my native tongue language, and that's how much I know intonation can matter. So, yeah. Also, yeah, pain. I could opt to handcuff. I could also opt to use the baseball here. I'm probably going to do that. I'm also probably going to throw the lucky bat. But I guess we'll find out, right? Depending on how many of these I hit. Let's throw the lucky bat first. Maybe I want to handcuff this one. Yeah, I want to handcuff this one. So, just in the interest of not losing any more stamina, as we move into... Basically, we don't have a lot of Doom Decrease in this run, I don't think. But let's be sure. We have all perks too, but we got nearly nothing. I mean, we'll take Daddy's Girl for now, but... This run could go bad really quickly. I think in the interest... We have arms too. We'll take arms first. Just in case we're on Timeline B. It's high time we ran into Timeline B, so that's why I'm assuming. Discharge Summary is nice, but we will prepare for funds and move on. Oh my goodness. Anywho. Reason would be nice, but I also like experience because we're on an all perks run. We need to... You're usually not going to be unlucky on an all perks run, so that's why I don't really mind doing that. That being said, yeah, funny enough, that still can result in a Goizo rest, but I'm not going to rest. Instead, I'm going to use the Doom here for this. Far better usage, in my opinion. 5 experience, 2 stamina. I think I need more stamina, but we have Book of Gore. I forgot about that. Yeah, Book of Gore is making me a lot riskier, which means that I can take risks, but if I succeed, then I profit more. But it's not guaranteed. So, what do I want to do here? I definitely want to pop the painkillers. Yeah, we're going to pop the painkillers after queuing in my Desperate Struggle action. I shouldn't die here. Boy, do we get close, though. However... in the interest of not dying, I'm going to option select Book of Gore. Oh, I almost missed that, by the way, because I forgot use spell is in the middle and not at the end. Still, though... No, we have Book of Gore. I shouldn't be afraid. Oh, no, English is my first language. I was born as an American, even though my direct lineage... I'm not, like, half American. I'm full Hmong. I mentioned that in my last stream. But I'm actually... So, by fluency, my first language is English. My second language is actually probably Japanese at this point. Even though my Japanese isn't anything amazing either, trust me when I say my Japanese is better than my native tongue. And then my English is better than both. Even as much as I, speak as I am, I feel that I'm a lot more comfortable speaking English than pretty much any other language. But anywho, we're gonna Book of Gore once here. Don't give me anything weird. That's bad, but not the absolute worst. But it can be bad soon. Help! We're gonna do another option select here. Double concussion, but that's fine for the moment. And away we go. Surviving at the moment. Yeah, if you're talking about me, boy. Road's closed, by the way. So hopefully, as we move into our 4th mystery with near 40% Doom, that's actually very good. But... we're also on Goizo, so gotta keep that in mind. We also have Ward, but hey, fun. Parting gift, signed contract. Reporter's bag. I guess we'll sign contract. But we do want to get rid of these injuries, so hey. But I took signed contract mainly because, yeah, I'm about to get rid of some injuries, so... And by some, I mean one. Please don't turn into anything bad, Hasty 8. I would really appreciate that. Still cool to have several languages. We English know for being dreadful for other languages. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, I know more than a few people who are both, like, multilingual, is that the word? And also, you know, it's hard for them to learn other languages. If we want to go out of control, we can also say programming is a language, but obviously that's a very that's a very specific, that's a technical anomaly, but I would rather actually run away from something else rather than Stock-chan. So we're just going to actually brace here. We do have Book of Gore, but I don't want to rely on it because of tragedies that can happen, so we'll find out. 95 into 95, and old gods forgive me if I somehow miss either of them. But while we're here, so we don't have handcuffs, we're probably just going to consider running away because our rests are so terrible, but it will depend. Although I don't foresee my Doom shooting up through the roof. But I forgot what my last mystery was as well, so let's just play it safe for the moment. Also, yes, I forgot to mention, because I wanted to mention it at some point. I did watch the Summer Games Fest, specifically. As a game developer, I mean, it's hard to not be interested in that. And yeah, boy, I wish I had more. I mean, if I were a better streamer than I am now, I would definitely get into a bunch of games coming out. Some of them coming out real soon. I think one of them is coming out today, but unless it's July, but I can't remember at the moment. Anywho. No, we're not going to take Zeal, by the way. Funny enough, self-therapy might help out. But yeah, I saw a lot of good indie games during Summer Games Fest. That is along with obviously the big games like Wilds. But yeah, a lot of fun games coming out. Definitely a lot of fun indie games. There's even a short, or not short, but nearly half of the show was Day of Devs. I forgot what it's called. Now I feel ashamed, but it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, there's definitely a lot. And then obviously Devolver going insane with power, but their segment, I think it was Devolver, right? But they definitely went crazy, but obviously for good reason. And then, hey, Co-op Lamb, which I really wanted to play Cult of the Lamb. I decided against it for whatever reason. I mean, that and time and resources, so... I'm usually along the line of thinking of, yeah, if I'm going to buy a game, sometimes I would rather get the licenses or whatnot assets to make a game myself. But otherwise, as we close out this run, hopefully we survive. We get Ryoko, which is very good. I did forget my second encounter, but it probably doesn't matter at this point. Because we have 70% Doom. Let's assume we get 20% Doom, we get to rest for a whole bunch, and we definitely have more than enough HP. So unless a freak accident occurs, yeah. And that would have to be, I would have to get like double flashbacks during Takushi-san, which means I do want to do my best to defeat Takushi-san ASAP, so that doesn't happen. So yeah, let's find out what happens here. I think this is actually going to be the first Batsu, but funny enough, this is the least harmful Batsu to my face as it's going to be. But let's just make sure. Hold on, I did Vigil first, Nail second, I believe. And yeah, without further ado, I mean, I won't take up much more of your time. If you have to leave immediately, like if you're pressed to leave to do something in real life, feel free to leave now. I would like to thank you for watching. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not going to do as much. It is the last stream day of this week, so I will say things like... I will close out the stream by talking about what's coming up this week. As much as I want to say that I was going to release the game I was planning to release, yeah, that's not going to happen either. That has a lower chance of happening. I do want to hope for it, but we'll see what I get done. I was just doing some extra stuff earlier this week, like getting more plugins for RPG Maker, because I found, as I mentioned in an earlier stream, I found out I needed it. But yeah, definitely wasn't event caller, but I don't care. I survived, so hey! We actually did a thing. I think that was the 4 gods I mentioned, so... Yeah, to close out this stream, and I just might as well just put in the thanks for watching, but... yeah. Just gonna close out this stream by talking about, for the next 1 or 2 minutes, unless someone wants to see me do a very specific Yumiko run, please say so now, as I speak for the next minute or 2 about things I'm planning to do. So yeah, more Harbinger Horror. That's the guarantee. Event of the day, I've been dropping the ball there. I need to pick it up. That's on me, though. But I'm trying to find time to do that while I'm also dealing with stuff in real life. Not anything too serious, but it would definitely behoove me to, you know, juggle everything properly. Which is why it's also harder for me to stream Stardew Valley, or not stream, but record. But, yeah, I'll do what I can with the time I'm given. I do want to work on the game I'm working on. Whether or not I want to make another channel for that, I guess I'm still undecided. I'm still leaning on the side of just leaving it on this channel, because as long as I'm just adding to things, it's not too much. But when I start, you know, I know the YouTube robots and algorithm doesn't like that when I'm putting two different quote-unquote types of content, but it's not too different, even though it is game dev stuff. But, I mean, it's not too bad. If I gotta change with the times, I'll change with the times. If that's me turning into more of a game dev on this channel, so be it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I might do more Yumiko stuff, because yeah, Yumiko is still not included in the quick play. We don't know when this update is actually coming out, and it's still, unless Panstat is gonna bundle the modding quote-unquote Steam Workshop update with the content update, we'll find out at this point. I mean, though it's not available to everyone, and I do sympathize with people who don't have the Steam copy of World of Horror, it's all we have right at the moment. So, yeah, without further ado, though, yeah, I won't take up more of your time. I'd like to thank you and anyone watching in the future for watching, and I guess I'll see you when I see you. So, I'll see you later. If I have to do anything, please subscribe or, you know, stay in contact with me. You can contact me in other places like Discord, but that'll be it for now. I'll see you later. Bye.